Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Hasbro, in their Marvel Legends X-Men line, we are featuring Monet St. Croix, also known as Penance. Okay, so if you're a fan of like Generation X, this is probably a character that speaks volumes to you. Monet is she's a really popular X-Men character. Except she's never been on the same tier as some of the other female leads like Jean Grey or Storm, which is kind of unfortunate. Marvel, they always try to give Monet the spotlight in certain titles, but for whatever reason, she's just never really reached, that level of mainstream notoriety. Even though if you're a comic book fan, you probably have a lot of respect and fondness for this character. This belongs to the Chode Build-A-Figure wave, which you see right here. And Monet comes with piece number 3, which is one of Chode's legs. As for the other accessories, he's got alternate hands. So let's get started and take her out. Alright, so we have the Build-A-Figure piece right here. We have Chode's left leg. I do want to build this figure up, but I'm not in a hurry to complete this wave. All the figures kind of do speak to me, but for whatever reason, I think the higher price point and on the Marvel Legends stuff, it's just kind of a turnoff right now. But in time, I'm hoping to get the entire wave and build up Chode. I think it looks great. Especially if they're going to dabble in the Starjammers, because they're already giving us a Corsair in this line. So, fingers crossed, hopefully get the Starjammers as a complete set sooner than later. And we have Monet, also known as Penance, a very popular character. The last big storyline I was reading that she was featured in is one of the Croix Age X-Men books. I think it was it X Factor? She was paired up with Warren and Worthington Industries, and they were doing some X-Corps stuff. That's the storyline I kind of remember. And then I think they had a giant floating base or whatever. It was a very short-lived title. It didn't really leave a solid impression or build up any roots. But the figure here is nice. I think the head sculpt is fantastic. The expression in her eyes isn't the greatest, unfortunately. She just kind of has a very vague look. But the one thing that really intrigues me, though, is the body. I think this would be a great body to use for customs, especially if you want to build out that older Generation X team. I'm kind of wondering if I could use this body for a custom Jubilee Generation X figure. In terms of the figure's height, she stands in at about a little over 6¼ inches. Now for a size comparison, here she is next to Vulcan, which seems kind of reasonable. Monet's, I know she's a larger, taller female character than some of the other women in the X-Men team. Nice shade of red. She has the belt, the armor, the X logo on the bracers. Really nice head sculpt. The hair is sculpted beautifully. Nice wavy, flowy design. Very clean also. Very sharp in the sculpting, which I can really appreciate. The flesh tone is a nice shade. Again, not too crazy about the expression in her eyes. I think it's a little bit off. It just doesn't convey any personality. Monet is a very impassioned character. She has a lot of fire in her belly, and I don't think that comes across in her face. The uniform is nice. Love the boot design. Again, if you're a customizer, I think some of these pieces would be great for customs. The articulation is very standard for this Marvel Legends figure. You know, it's nothing new. It's nice that the pauldron is on a separate piece, so it kind of rotates with the arm, and it's kind of independent also, I believe. So it doesn't really get in the way. But the articulation, it's all there. It's what you come to expect from a Marvel Legends. I've said this before, but I kind of feel like it's time to, like, and this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I kind of feel like it's maybe time to end the Marvel Legends and just introduce newer style and form factor. You know, maybe push 7-inch figures with more detail. You know, maybe bring it in closer to like what you expect from like a McFarlane figure. Just because I kind of feel like McFarlane's really raised the bar, and they've really pushed action figure design. You know, it's really forward thinking. The Marvel Legends stuff is great, don't get me wrong, but you know, if you've been collecting Marvel Legends since, you know, the early Toy Biz days, you know, they kind of feel it's not breaking any new ground. But the nice thing is there's a consistency. You know, these figures will still display well with figures that you bought maybe 10 years ago. But it's a fantastic looking figure. You know, I think it's great. You know, especially if you grew up during the Generation X era, during the mid-90s. You know, this figure probably has a very special place in your heart. You know, much like the other Generation X team members. You know, like Chamber and Jubilee and Husk. Alright, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.